Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you have an amazing day. We're taking a look at Ethereum, helping you understand how much further this could possibly go. We're up above a key level resistance, which is fantastic. Our double bottom allowed for us to take some massive profits, almost 200% as a community. And we want to find out if we're going to see a massive pullback or if it's going to continue further. A lot of it has to do with Bitcoin, honestly, because Bitcoin's been doing very well, but Ethereum is doing better in the overall sense of things. But this is a nice, healthy continuation. I'll explain why and kind of roughly what we're going to be looking at here. We're obviously going to draw out some new Fibonacci retracement levels and kind of go from there. So if you are new to the channel, just know I love teaching people to trade, but I'm not a financial advisor. Been teaching for over 17 years and trading myself the same amount of time. So I can tell you it's been a great experience, and I love teaching people to trade and kind of just become better. It helps me feel just knowing that I'm able to impact people's lives positively. So many of my community members are freelance traders now. It's just amazing. You can register here at cryptocash.tech if you'd like. If we check out our Discord, you can see we've got some amazing traders in the community too. 514% long from Bitcoin and 1400% Bitcoin long as well. We took some healthy profits ourselves. This is all based off of a signal that I sent here fairly recent. This was 20 days ago. We got 95% here. But 3 days ago, we took another 95% from Bitcoin, or took 3 days ago, we took the trade and effectively took those profits. So we're definitely raking in some cash here as a community. So good job, everyone, for that. And as you can kind of tell, they're all using Bitget as an exchange. We have a $10,000 prize pool monthly that does adjust higher as we get more members. So use the link down below if you want to kind of just be eligible for that. All you got to do is have a profit and loss ratio or trading volume, and you qualify. It's really simple, but you do have to use the link below. If you have a user ID, go ahead and send it on over to me if you registered outside of my link. You do also get 3 months free. You will need a VPN to be able to use leverage on any type of exchange, especially with Bitget as well. So just keep in mind, if you're in the States, that would be a requirement for you. All right, so here's the thing with Ethereum. This is a healthy continuation. So as I mentioned earlier, the price action kind of coming up and over and having these nice periods of consolidation is really, really cool. I mean, you see just tried and true patterns here continuing higher and higher. We want to have some consolidation here, but as we can kind of see if we look a little closer, and I'll show you in the larger time frame too how this came about. But this is a key level support. We're going to draw this out just a little bit further, and we can kind of see right there at about 1365 is a key support. Okay, and if we take a look at the daily, we can kind of see that that was a previous resistance level. So that area there was difficult to get past after before FTX occurred. And obviously after FTX, it's been a resistance level as well. So you can see a consistency there in that line, and that's essentially now a support level as long as we can close above that on the daily today. It's a pretty strong probability we're going to do that. Okay, so again, Ethereum is looking very good and looks like it's primed and ready for a next leg up, you could say. Okay, so what we want to do is kind of draw out some previous Fibonacci retracement levels, pull this up here. And I say previous fibs because obviously we got to go with a larger time frame. A lot of times it can be a little skewed if you use this most recent run. You want to have the most recent high to low in this regard, so we can get kind of some accurate understandings here. We can kind of see how this is working. Of course, 1350 to 1360, right in that range is a support level. Okay, we got this here, kind of telling us that we are in position above that resistance. Now, furthermore, going to be a support level. Okay, we can also see that we got a resistance here at the 1.44 on Fibonacci at 1436. Price actions rejecting there initially. So anytime we have price discovery, that's a very common area of retracement. So just be mindful that we could see the price pull back to the 1400 mark. Wouldn't be surprised if we even see a retest again at 1365. Just based on the fact that Bitcoin needs to pull back soon and Ethereum will essentially follow suit for the most part. They're both very connected right now. Taking a look at T sequential, just like Bitcoin as well, we are effectively 3 days into this continuation, this overextended period. If we look at the daily RSI, we can see we're up over 70. Okay, so when you get closer to 80, which we are at right now, about 77, you start to see a strong pullback, and the likelihood of further continuation upwards is lower. Keep in mind, a lot of money is coming into the market right now. Bitcoin dominance is increased by 2%, which is huge. That's very, very significant. And that really just implies that we're going to be able to see, Ethereum kind of do some, it's going to have some type of pullback. And what I mean by that is just that with, the Bitcoin dominance being higher, that implies a lot of money is coming into Bitcoin. And some money is coming away from altcoins and going into Bitcoin. That's typically the common characteristic. But when you see Bitcoin dominance going up and altcoins like this going up as well, it shows there's a lot of money coming into the market. That's a very positive sign. But the bottom line here is that we're 3 days into this overtime, we're over 70 in the RSI. A pullback would make a lot of sense. Okay, so I'm not telling you to short. Be very careful with your shorts. Tight profit targets, please, if you do. But generally speaking, Ethereum's looking very strong, but also overextended. Okay, but it's awesome to overextend ourselves up above a resistance level. That gives us kind of a new breath of fresh air, so to speak. Let's take a look at the moving averages here, and we can see we're tentatively closing above the 200-day SMA. This is a very positive sign. Being up over the 200 is something that Bitcoin still has yet to do. We haven't seen that in a long time. We got rejected hard back, what was it, in March, off the 200, and as a matter of fact, right at like 48,000. If you remember that, that was the first major retracement after hitting 70,000 or 69. That being said, though, if we're right here at this point, being above that level is very, very important. Just know that maintaining that level will be difficult, because usually the first test of that area, you're going to get rejected, which we kind of saw already, but then again the little retest occurred. So Bitcoin just had a really phenomenal day here today, so Ethereum's following suit. Just note, we should see some profits being taken in the relative near future. It would make sense that happens. It doesn't necessarily mean the price is going to shoot down, right? It just implies that we might work our way down different Fibonacci retracement levels before we come back up. But once again, we've already reaffirmed 1350 to 1365 is a very strong support level. So my speculation is that 1370 might be the next bouncing point. So I'll just go ahead and set an alert here and kind of see if we can get that going. See if I can go ahead and add an alert. Here we go. Let's do that there. All right. So we got that there. Now, when it comes to the 4 hour, let's go ahead and see what we can do here. Now, take a look at the moving averages. We're going to be above all three. You can see this ascending type of trend that's occurring. And that is also a good sign. Okay. Now, a lot of times those ascending trends will run concurrent with the 20 or the 50-day SMA. So that's kind of reaffirming that we're on the right side of the tracks. We can also see, of course, as well, we're up over 70, so we are overextended. Now let's take a look at TD sequential and see if there's anything kind of indicating where we're at. We did get a nice reset here. This is that nice healthy continuation I'm talking about. Come up to a 1 and reset. Nice continuation. Even though we get overextended in some cases, it keeps going sideways and up. This is awesome. So these are really healthy continuations. So in other words, the takeaway here is to be very careful trading into that. In other words, you're honestly more successful or potential for success doing a long versus a short in this scenario. Because again, we've established that the bulls are in control. The bears are essentially just kind of hibernating, right? No pun intended, but that's really what they're doing. And at this point, they keep getting squeezed out. So for the most part, there's not a lot that's going to occur to the downside, at least based on the most recent level that we just hit. Okay, so again, this is awesome to be above that level. We're tentatively above the 200-day SMA as well. That's really amazing. So honestly, everything here is looking good, even though we are overextended on the RSI. But if you look at its history, Ethereum does maintain a decent, healthy price point above 70 on the RSI, but we do want to see it start tapering off. If it doesn't taper off soon, we will see a situation where we might actually see the price come down pretty significant. So again, we need to have consolidation further, but these are really awesome, awesome staircase patterns. Okay, so perfectly aligned with a lot of Fibonacci retracement too, which is pretty awesome. So on the hourly, we can see, just really quick here, TD sequential kind of telling us that we did hit a 9 here recently, and that this pullback was warranted, and then we're up to a 3 right now. So hypothetically, this little push could last another 6 hours. Coincidentally, that's roughly how much longer we have left in today's candle. So I would just say wait for today's candle to close until we kind of get confirmation on one side or the other. If we close above 1400, there's a good chance we'll maintain that price point, but we still need to be able to hold that level for some time. Okay. So to me, again, it's like, hey, I got a question. Where are the signals? I mean, we took some signals 3 days ago and took profits on all of them, yes, but to me, waiting for confirmation is ultimately the important thing. And when the price keeps going up, up, and up, you want to kind of wait for some kind of massive rejection or a perfect retracement back to a key level support based on a recent high. We don't have anything like that so far. It's not really doing those kind of things. It's doing nice, healthy continuations. So a lot of times you kind of just got to wait for that to finish to find the right entry. Okay, so I think we're getting closer to an end because we are 12 days into this push. And it's just a matter of time before the price pulls back. Bitcoin has 3 white soldiers, so there's a good chance that tomorrow should be a red day. It may not be strong red, but it will be red, I feel, nonetheless. It's very unlikely for the price to continue in this regard. That being said, if we look at the hourly, we can kind of see here that we are looking pretty decent on TD sequential. The one thing I'm a little concerned with here is the lagging span's coming close to the price action. So in truth, you should probably consider trimming your position if you have a long position open. It's not necessarily saying that we're going to just, the price is going to drop, but it does imply that we're losing that momentum. Conversion lines coming closer to the baseline, that also implies we're losing momentum. And then obviously we got the lagging span here, or sorry, the upper and lower lead. That's averaging itself out right in this range here, once again, between 1370 and 1400. So there's a great chance that that should be able to hold moving forward. As you can see in this previous situation here, we have yet to close below the actual cloud itself. So until we do, we can expect the price to continue higher. So I think the general consensus here is that the price will continue up before it continues down, but there's no doubt that it's due for a pullback and a healthy correction in the relative near future. So again, when situations like this occur to me, even though the probability of the price going up from here is greater, I'd much rather wait for the price to pull back a little bit because we've been overextended for quite a while now. So again, that's just me being a patient trader. You can do honestly what you want. If you're day trading, a whole another story. Absolutely recommend using the EMA and the VWAP on maybe the 15 or the 1 minute time frame, getting perspective on entries and just having tighter profit targets. Because we can't get super greedy in this market. While we have had some nice increase, in the last 12 trading days, we're up about 20% on Ethereum. We still can't get uber greedy and just kind of hold until the moon, because we're still bearish in the overall sense of things. Even though we're mostly going sideways for Bitcoin, we're still in that channel, that range. That said, Ethereum I think is looking very strong. I feel as if the immediate future, 1360, should provide a nice strong support, that range of 1350 to 1365, and I'd be surprised if we close below that. But there's a great chance we'll see a retest of that level. That's just my speculation. So again, these are my thoughts and hopes, aspirations. Feel free to comment below. Let me know if you want to become a better trader. I've helped a lot of graduates move on to be independent, and it's just super awesome. So great job, everyone in my community, for having a phenomenal week. Hope you have a great rest of your remainder of the week, and I look forward to working with you if you don't. Thanks again for your time. We'll see you next one. Take care.